What is up, guys? It's Peyton here from Level 9 Gaming for the first time with a face cam. Hopefully this time, at least. I tried this last time and the footage corrupted on the first video I ever recorded with face cam. So hopefully this one works. If you like face cam, go ahead and tell me in the comments below if you like it. You guys voted for this, so I apologize, but now you're gonna have to see my ugliness in all of its ugly glory. So I'm playing FIFA. Should be great. Get to watch me while losing games with my face now and see how my face reacts to me losing all of the games. So there is that. As we get on into episode 11 here, we have 3 games today. I am going to play 3 games. We got West Brom, Bournemouth, and Watford. Shouldn't be too hard of an episode, but at the same time, you never know. One of them might surprise us, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get into a game real quick. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. Alright guys, this is the lineup we're going to go into for the first... We're going to go into the first game with. Sorry, I was figuring out how to word that. But a few of our players are still pretty tired from the last game we played in the last episode, which was the win against Man United, I believe, in the Carabao Cup, which is really going well, but we don't have any games in that today, just Premier League games. So we've got Benteke up top, of course, Jason Punchin, because Ruben Loftus-Cheek got injured last episode, as y'all saw, MacArthur, Milivojevic, Zaha, pretty tired, he'll probably have to come off at some point, Ings on the left mid, Van Aanholt, Sacco, Sané, and Ward across the back 4, and Skorupski in goal, of course. So that's the lineup we're going with. Let's hope it goes well. These are the subs, and let's go ahead and get into the first match. And we arrive here at the Hawthorns, which is West Brom's home ground, of course. So it is an away game against West Brom. We'll see what they have. Of course, we're going to skip through these starting lineups because we don't want copyright problems. But we will go ahead and look at their starting lineup. So they have a 4-1-4-1 or a 4-5-1, whichever you want to call it. But they have King up top. Is that Joshua King, the former Bournemouth striker? Because if so, that sucks because we were going to buy him. Oh my gosh, they've made some signings. It is him from Bournemouth. So they've got a really pacey, good finishing striker up top. They have Jake Livermore, of course, he's decent. Gareth Barry, he's okay. Krychowiak, the former PSG player, he's pretty good. Phillips, I don't know a ton about. Figueiredo, Hegazi's decent. Neom is okay. McLean is okay. Hennessy, pretty bad to be honest, so we might get away with that one. Our former player, of course. And Sergi Roberto at right back. That won't be fun, but it's alright. So that's the lineup we're up against. I think that is definitely a team we can beat, although it is much improved on their original lineup. Let's get started. And send this cross in. Punchin can't get his head on that. And nothing will come of it, but now give it to Benteke. He'll have a shot here on the turn, and Hennessy with a good save there. Our first chance coming in about 5 minutes, or second chance, kind of the cross. Now we're going to send in this corner, and that's going to go to no one. Okay. The passing was phenomenal, but Skorupski comes up with a good save there, a young keeper. And Krychowiak, Livermore, oh no, King, shot, oh good save by Skorupski there, and Milivojevic messes up that pass though, and oh, it's okay because Gareth Barry will send it a few miles over the crossbar, whatever. Punchin, oh, gives it to Benteke, he'll give it to Zaha here, Zaha, excellent turn, can he finish? Oh my, just over the top left corner. Punchin. Ooh, Punchin, good ball roll. And Benteke with a goal! Strikes it on his left foot right into the bottom left corner. A precision strike. We're getting used to those from Christian Benteke. Of course, a quality striker. And a great play there by Jason Punchin, actually, the man leaving for Stoke City. At the beginning of the transfer window, a great ball roll and a good pass to Benteke, who just finishes it very easily on his left foot there. Oh my gosh, he is so good. And what is Hennessy supposed to do? Nothing, because he's terrible. That's why we sold him. So there we go. We're able to score on our former goalkeeper here. And we are going to take the lead 1-0 at the Hawthorns. And Zaha, after a lot of dribbling, gives it to Benteke. Oh my gosh, crossbar down again. I wasn't talking throughout any of that. I was just trying to skill it up against Joshua King, who didn't look fooled at all. And there is hugging a few of the away fans here at the Hawthorns as Benteke makes it 2-0. Look at the skills from Zaha. I'm sorry I didn't talk through any of that. I was intensely focused. And that's why. What a product it has produced there, the focus. Again, crossbar down. I feel like he's done that so many times already in this career mode. And another great goal from Benteke to set him up for another brace. I think that said 8 goals already in the Premier League. And let's keep this up. We should be walking away with a win here at this rate. Awesome. So we go into halftime with a 2-0 lead. This is great. You can hear the booing here at the Hawthorns. A few of the Crystal Palace fans there look happy, but you can hear the booing audibly. I'm not sure how loud you'll be able to hear it because of the volume I have the game set at. But it's quite loud, so I'm sure you can hear it at least a little. And we will continue on in this game, hopefully finishing this with a win. You can see there already Zaha, very tired, but he's been so good in this game. I do think I'm going to go ahead and give him a break, though. Put on Kai here and move Ings over to the right side, because we're probably going to be able to hold on to our 2-0 lead at this point. And now maybe set up the hat trick for Benteke. Just going to hit it! Oh my gosh! Just under that left corner there, getting bodied up by the defender. Let's look at this shot one more time. Oh, it was a decent shot there, but it's just gone past the left corner. And Ings lay it off for Punchin here. He's going to have a run. And I'm going to actually loft it over to Kai on the volley on the left foot. Not very good on his weak foot there. I was kind of hoping he would take it on his right foot, but it was an odd angle to take it on your right foot there. At least the youngster tried. He got a good, well, not a good connection on it, but it was his weak foot, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright guys, seeing as we basically have the win here in the 77th minute, I've made our last 2 subs. I've put on Tompkins at right back. Of course, he is a base center back, but he can also play right back. I've got him set to stay back while attacking. He won't be overlapping or anything. He'll just be there to help in the defense department, make sure nothing weird happens these last few minutes, because Ward was getting really tired. And I've brought on Nias for Benteke to try to save some of Benteke's stamina. I know Benteke was on the hat trick, but at the rate he was going, he just didn't seem like he was going to get it. So go ahead and give him a break just to be safe. Bring on a couple subs, give Nias some playing time. King has it here. King takes the shot, but Skorupski, a great save from the young keeper, and it's going to go out for our throw here. There's the win. We get a 2-0 victory here at the Hawthorns. Well played to us. They did play very aggressively towards the end, but it was a too little too late thing. They brought on several players that I think should have started the game, but they didn't. And I think it cost them quite a bit. I think having Hennessy in goal cost them quite a bit. He's just not a good enough goalkeeper. We had 10 shots, only 3 on target, but we had 10 shots. Our man of the match, of course, being Wilfried Zaha. He was on point this game, guys. And we did get a win here, 2-0 against West Brom. Just going to do a little bit more of the training here, guys. Training our Scout Future Star goalkeeper. And then I've added Mawson and Brereton into the training now that Loftus-Cheek is injured for a few weeks. So they're going to be getting some training, which is good, I think. And Kai is still in there for now. I'm probably about to switch him out of the training, let somebody else have a turn. Alright guys, so we've come up here to the Bournemouth game, and you've got the Premier League review right here, but look in the news at the next article. That's right, Christian Benteke here, the player of the month for the Premier League. Well deserved. He's been on form right now, and so is the rest of Crystal Palace, to be honest. As you can see, we've moved up to 11th place here, or actually that might be exactly where we were already. I'm not sure exactly. You can check that for yourself at the beginning of the video. It was there, and at the end of last episode, I believe. But Man United are finally moving back up to the table, as they should be, even though we beat them, to be fair. But we are in 11th place right now at 21 points, but with a win and a bunch of losses, we could get all the way up to as far as 7th place, which would be awesome. Or actually, we could technically get as far as 6th place, but because of goal differential, we would not do that right now unless we win like 5-0. So I wouldn't get your hopes up for that right now. But Crystal Palace are on the rise, guys. We are in a great run of form, and we're going to go ahead and get in this Bournemouth game very confidently and hopefully play really, really well. Okay, guys, going into the Bournemouth game, this is the side I've decided to field. We're going to put Benteke up top again, of course. Zaha out on the right again, of course. Townsend back in at left mid. Van Aanholt at left back. Ward at right back. Tompkins, I'm going to give him a chance at center back so that we can definitely have Sane for the next one. Sacco, if the game is going well, I'll bring on Mawson and let Sacco have a break so that he's available for the next game as well and not tired, because it's in 2 days against Watford. Riedewald, I may also take off at some point during the game if it's going well. And we'll just have to see how that goes, what players I decide to take off and rotate for the next game. So hopefully we can have a pretty well-rested side, although I'm not too worried about Riedewald because recently I have discovered that James McArthur here is just as good at him as defending. They're like interchangeable, very similar players. As you can see, the only difference is that MacArthur is slightly better than Riedewald at shooting, and Riedewald is slightly faster than MacArthur. So there is that. But going to this game, this is the side we're going to put out, and hopefully it goes well. We should definitely be able to get a win here at Bournemouth. Not the best team in the league, and they lost Josh King to West Brom, as we saw last game. Not that he did much. Well, actually, King was their most threatening player, but Skorupski and our defense were so on point they couldn't break us. And there he is, boys. Christian Benteke getting a special highlight here. You can see it's actually snowing a little bit as we get into the winter months here, and it's snowing, which should make things very interesting. So I usually don't play that well in the snow, but I don't want to just make it not snowing, just unrealistic. Sometimes it snows. It's how it is in real life here, though. As we look at the starters here, is that a defend? What? Hold up. This Funes Mori person, I've seen them. I don't think it's Everton's Funes Mori. He's a defender, obviously. Yeah, no, it's Rogelio Funes Mori. I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's highly rated, at least. You never know how good he is, but up top, of course, Jermaine Defoe with Funes Mori there behind him. Stanislas, very good. De Blasis are their outside midfielders. Sermon and Arte are decent center mids. Cook and Ake, pretty decent center backs. Begovic, of course, a very good goalkeeper, especially in FIFA. Mario Gaspar, they picked him up at right back, should be decent, and Daniels at left back. So this is This is a side that we should be beating. This is a side that we should be beating, and let's go ahead and do our best to do just that. Well, about 10 seconds in, I'm just terrible in the snow, and we concede in 3 minutes to Harry Arter there. We're gonna have to play very well here to try and get back in this one quick. Don't want to let them get too much of an upper hand. And Benteke there has a shot, but it's immediately blocked there. The defender was right on his shoulder. Not much else I can do there. Funes Mori driving forward here. He'll give it to Defoe, who always scores against me in FIFA. There it is. Okay, he misses way over the bar there on his weaker left foot. And giving it to Zaha, who's going to cut and give it to Williams. Williams strikes, but Begovic saves. Hit it right at him there, Jonathan Williams. Yohan Cabaye sending in this corner. Sacco! Sacco comes in this time and grabs himself a goal. The left center back. I decided to play him for this game, and I'm glad I did. He's going to help us to get back to 1-1 here. Drawn back up. Right back to 0-0, as they say. Oh, Cabaye. Great aggression there. And he's going to send it in to Jonathan Williams. Great control. He's going to give it to Benteke. Benteke slides it just past the keeper at his near post. And Begovic is beaten yet again for a 2 to give us a 2-1 advantage here. And a great comeback lead just before halftime. I wasn't sure he'd get the shot off. The defenders were right on him. Great close control there from Jonathan Williams. A good pass, and the defender there, number 8, could have honestly just stabbed in. I believe it's Arte there. Could have just poked in and tried to take it, but he didn't. And Benteke just slots it right past Begovic at his near post. I do think Begovic could have done better, but in the snow, we have gotten a 2-1 lead here against Bournemouth, and that is halftime. So we go into halftime with a lead, a big comeback lead here from us in the first half. Good show for the home fans. I'm sure they're enjoying it, and let's go ahead and get into the second half. Try to hold on to this lead now. Hopefully extend on this lead. A 2-goal lead would be much better than a 1-goal lead. Oh, he passed it right to Zaha. Zaha gives it to Riedewald here. Riedewald sending it through to Williams. And Williams again with just, oh, he's so good. And Townsend has a shot, but Begovic with a good save at his near post this time. And I'm telling you, Jonathan Williams, he's such a good dribbler. You don't even have to do skill moves with him. It's just his close control is so comfortable that he just, the ball is so close to his body the defenders can't really get to it. And he just shields him off. Got a foot on it, but it's not enough. And yes, Sacco does a great job, but then he fails to clear it, but the shot coming in is saved right onto the crossbar by Skorupski. What a save! And Zaha now on the break here as we try to make something happen. And here we go. Riedewald to Benteke, back to Williams, and gives it to Gives it to Townsend, who just can't get a shot off. The defender was there. But Townsend has it now. And Townsend, he's a decent player. Well, decent in sometimes. He's a very inconsistent player. Benteke gets it in the box. You know from that range, Christian Benteke is not going to miss. And we have yet another goal. And here we go. I'm going to go hug Skrupski. He's had a good game. No, I'm not. Never mind. It cuts off. But let's go ahead and look at a replay of this. Great passing. Williams just dribbling in the box there. No one challenging him. He gives it to Benteke. And in the end, it is an easy finish. Benteke is just not going to miss from there. He's too good. I can't believe I wanted to sell him. Thank you to everybody who said give him a chance. I did. And I love target forwards in this year's FIFA, I guess. Well, guys, we are late in the game here, and it is 3-1, so we should be getting the win. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on Nias, Ings, and Mawson here to try and give Sako, Zaha, and Benteke a little bit of a break, so maybe they'll have a little bit of stamina left for the Watford game. I doubt it, though. I waited way too long to do these subs, but I wanted to make sure we had a good enough to lead to hold out for the win here. I think they'll be usable for the next game. I may just have to sub them off early. But the substitutions go through with just a few minutes left to play. And let's continue. Good send. And Funes Mori to Defoe, but Skorupski is there. Not a very good shot from Defoe at all, to be honest. I'm not surprised at all that Skorupski saved that. And there you go, guys. We've pulled through with a win here. 3-1 at home here for the home fans. A big comeback. We went down very early, 1-0, but we came back and we won the game beautifully. You see here we had just about the same amount of shots, but we had way more on target. They had more possession, actually. It was very close there. We had more tackles. Our defense was just better, I think. And we were more clinical on the day, to be honest. Our player of the match is Jonathan Williams. I can't stress to you guys enough how good he is in this year's FIFA. He's only 72 overall, but his dribbling just allows him to just go right past players. Only 3 stars, but he's just such a good technical dribbler. Got 2 assists. Kabai got an assist as well, of course, with Christian Benteke and Sako getting goals. And well done to the boys. We pull out with a big win, and we'll move into the Watford game very confidently. Cartier going up another overall here. Uh-oh. He's getting good already. I like it. Anyway, guys, I did want to talk about this. In the last episode, I had you vote on whether I should take the Welsh national team job. And after your vote, you guys did say that I should wait for the England or USA job to come in. I respect that decision. I think those would both be slightly more fun teams. There's just not a ton of talent on the Welsh squad. I've played with them before. They're okay with Gareth Bale and Aaron Ramsey and a few other players, but I just don't think they're World Cup. They're going to win the World Cup, and it'd be fun to play with someone like England or the USA, who of course aren't going to win the World Cup either. I would prefer England come in at this point because of what happened in real life with the USA. I'm not happy with them right now, even though I'm wearing an America shirt. You can't really tell though, but it is an America shirt. It's Under Armour America, but you know, I'm not sponsored, by the way, but you know, they could sponsor me. I'm in. You can see here though, the top scorers in the league: Benteke up top with 10, Shaqiri and Jesus behind him with 8, King and Firmino behind him with 7, then Pedro and Buffal on 6 with Wayne Rooney, Waza, on 5. Burnley there in 6, Burnley there in 5th, West Brom in 6th, West Ham in 7th, and Crystal Palace have moved up to 8th, just in front of Man United, who need to get up the table already. Come on, boys. It's the theater of draws yet again, already 5 draws. Liverpool top of the league right now. Not sure how I feel about that. 6 draws and they're at the top of the league. Wow. That's just because they haven't lost a lot of games. Chelsea doing really well as Spurs, who have had 5 losses. Wow, that's kind of surprising here. As we get almost to the halfway point of this season, we're going to move into the Watford game here and in this episode. Hopefully, well, we've got 6 points out of 6 points so far in this episode. Hopefully, we can keep this awesome winning streak, which I never saw coming, going as we move into this one. Alright guys, going into the 3rd game of the episode, this is the lineup we've gone with: Benteke, Zaha again, of course, and Sako and Skrupski. The only remaining players, I believe, in the lineup, Milivojevic, MacArthur, and Punchin make up our center midfield. Kelly, Sane, and Schlepp, along with Sako in the back. Zaha and Ings are outside mids, and Benteke at striker. So that is the lineup we're going with. A strong lineup, a fairly strong lineup. A couple weaknesses there from our strongest lineup, but I think it's enough to beat Watford, hopefully, as we go into this one. Alright guys, we are into this one. I already got the game started. I forgot to look at the lineup, but we are going to do that real quick. Mauro Zarate up top, even though it's not really realistic because he left in real life. Tom Cleverley at cam. Isaac Success at left mid. Hopefully they're not successful in getting a win here. I'm sorry. I had to. Cabasele, Balenciaga, and Jones and Firmino there on the back. I believe, is that Phil Jones from Man United? It's a good pickup. Ducore and Chalaba there at CDM. They picked up Patrick Herman, the German, there at right mid, and of course Karnazis at goalkeeper. A decent goalkeeper in FIFA. Played against him a couple times already, of course. And I do want to see actually and confirm. I'm not sure. Balenciaga, I believe, plays for Athletic Bilbao. Herman, of course, plays for Hermann, whatever it is. Herman the German is what a lot of people nickname him, though. He plays for, in real life, Mönchengladbach. And Phil Jones, the Man United defender, he's had a great year so far at Man United, even though they did just lose to Huddersfield, which is depressing for me. But it's okay. We'll pick it up. We're still in second place. Oh, Herman. No, don't do it. He wants to. Nope, he's going to send in a cross. Zarate is going to finish that point blank every time. And the defense just gets beat. That was a great play by Herman the German on the wing. And they get a goal. They're going to go 1-0 in front in 10 minutes once again. Dang. That sucks. Success gets it. And Balenciaga sending it. And Herman, gets on the end of it, but a point blank save from Skorupski. He's hit great form. And the only goal here he's allowed was the tap in there, as I failed to do a Maradona. And cleverly has it, but Skorupski again. He's so good sometimes. Since the update, he's been so much better. And Zaha here. And Zaha gives it to Punchin. Punchin has it still. Gonna tap it to Benteke. Benteke point blank. You know he's gonna score that. Every time. I can't believe that got through the defender. I thought was going to intercept the pass from Punchin, but it makes it to Benteke, and it's another goal from our goal-scoring beast, Christian Benteke. What a goal from the big man there on his left foot. He's got such a good weak foot. I think it's a 4-star weak foot, but he scored a lot of goals with that for me. And he continues his amazing form with a goal in the 29th minute, assisted by Jason Punchin. He's been alright. His stats have gone down. He's already down to a 73 overall, of course. He's getting playing time because of the injury to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He'll be back in a couple of weeks, though. But for now, Punchin is here until the window. Try to dribble around a little bit. Zaha gets it. That's a penalty! Zaha taken down in the box. I saw Milivojevic on the ground there, which really worries me. But for now, we're focused on the fact that we've got a penalty. I'm terrible at penalties in FIFA 18. But, I mean, it just seems like the keeper saves it every time. But we've got Benteke up here. He's going to take it. Milivojevic, I'm going to see if that injury goes away. If it doesn't, I'll take him off at halftime. But Benteke has a chance. I've put too much power on it. It's going into the crossbar. Oh, I've messed it up horribly. We had a chance there. MacArthur, tries to get rid of it, but Decore, oh no. And we go into halftime, guys, at a 1-1 draw. We should be winning 2-2 because of that penalty, but I sent it too high and hit the crossbar with Benteke. It's alright, though. We can go into halftime knowing we have the momentum, and I think we can still do this. Milivojevic's injury hasn't gone away. So we're going to have to make a switch here. I think I'm going to bring on Much. I don't really want to do that, but at the same time, I don't want to make his injury any worse than it already is. So we are going to do that, and that's the only change we're going to make for now as we go into the second half here, 1-1. Hopefully we can pull through with a win, especially after that penalty miss. It would suck if we don't get a win after a clear chance to do just that. Cleverly has it in the corner. He's going to send it up, and Zarate gets it, but it's off the crossbar, so they've had a good chance too, and they've missed the opportunity there. Zarate, not the best on his head, I understand. And give it to Schlupp. Schlupp, of course, has speed, lots of it, and he's going to cut back here, give it to Benteke, who's not anywhere near where he needs to be, and cut it back, and I'm just going to have a finesse shot. Karnazis does a great job blocking that one. Alright, guys, I'm going to bring on Jonathan Williams and Kai here because Zaha looks very tired, but Ings is just not doing enough right now, and Zaha is playing really well. So even though he's really tired, I'm going to need him to play these final 4 minutes and just try to make something happen. It's just not enough, guys. That penalty ends up costing us 2 points there. Definitely should have won. We had a penalty, a free chance to win. But we were unable to capitalize. But luckily, we didn't surrender any more goals, so we'll take a draw here. So no losses in the episode. That's still very good. But I should have made that penalty, guys. I am so sorry. Man of the match goes to Jason Punchin, actually. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I felt like he got the assist, but after that, he didn't really make anything happen. But we do get a draw there, guys. It's not a bad result, but we did deserve better after the penalty, which I should have made, but I wasn't good enough, and I'm very sorry for that. But overall, though, it's been a very good episode here as we move on to the next game, or as we move on. Luka Milivojevic only out for 5 days. That's good. He'll miss the next game, but we can live without him. I don't care, Nias. You're not getting any more playing time than you're already getting. You're not good enough. Alright, guys, we're going to end this episode out here. Hopefully the face cam actually works this time and doesn't corrupt or anything. I think I have it set up correctly. Oops, that was the... Didn't mean to do that. I accidentally dropped my controller. But hopefully you've enjoyed the first episode with the face cam. Talk about it in the comments, how ugly I am, whatever. Please don't actually do that. I have low self-esteem. No. But seriously, guys, if you enjoyed the face cam, just tell me in the comments. Tell me how you feel about it. I might have a poll in the top right. I'm not sure. I would rather just hear your feedback in the comments. Of course, Benteke there on 11 goals. Still the league's leading scorer, getting us the equalizer in that last game. Almost getting us the winner, but I messed up the penalty. My fault, not his. And Manchester United have gone from 9th place to 1st. How have they managed that? Wow, so just a couple of wins and they've shot all the way up to 1st. You can see how close the table is here. We ourselves are within, we're in 8th place now, so we are still rising. 25 points, we're only 4 points from 1st place. This is such a close race, guys. But, so, honestly, at this rate, we could end up with a Champions League spot. I don't think it's going to happen. We've got to come up with wins again in games like we just did against Watford, who are down in the relegation zone. I should scroll down and let you see who else is there. Huddersfield are down in the bottom, of course. But guys, overall, a very good episode. We got 2 wins and a draw out of our 3 games. That's very good. And after the beginning of the season, I did not think we'd be getting any episodes like that. So next episode, we will have Leicester City, Brighton and Hove Albion, and Swansea City. Then after that episode, we'll move on, face Arsenal, Manchester City, and go into the transfer window, get our new players like player Max Meyer to face Southampton, maybe get his debut there, or play him against Portsmouth. I'm not sure here. It depends on if he's like tired when he comes in or whatever. Playing Portsmouth, though, in the first round of the FA Cup, I'll probably play a weak side there against Portsmouth. I mean, they're a League One side, so we should be able to come away with a win there. Swansea City there, we will also have to face them in the semifinals of the Carabao Cup, which is awesome. That is definitely a team we can beat. Hopefully we will beat. We face Burnley. That's all the stuff for next thing. The next 2 episodes, though, Leicester, Brighton, and Swansea, then Arsenal, City, and Southampton. We'll be in the transfer window, try to pick up Demarai Gray, and maybe a couple other players on free contracts. I've actually got some plans on free contracts that I'm kind of excited about. I'll talk to y'all about that in a second, or not in a second, in a couple of episodes when that becomes relevant. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed, though, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see all of you guys later. Goodbye.